guys, I'm excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing a try on slash first impression of a lot of Sigma Beauty makeup products. And I got some of these things from friends, from their website, from TJ Maxx, from QVC. I have a lot of brushes that are new to me that I'm going to be using as well. I'm going to try to do as much Sigma as possible here. And a bulk of the products in this video were given to me by Karen Harris, who is so generous and sweet and has an amazing YouTube channel and Instagram where she features a lot of mainstream products but indie products as well, and shows you whether they are tan girl friendly or not. So I will have her down below. Please go check her out. She also has lots of affiliate codes, so whenever I'm purchasing from a website that she has a code for, I always make sure to use it. So a lot of fun stuff here that I am excited to get into. Sigma is a brand that I absolutely love. I'm very excited for their Alice in Wonderland collection, and I do still have a few more things on my wish list. So let's just get into the application. I already used MAC Fix Plus as a primer spray and a Laura Mercier hydrating primer. The first Sigma product I'm going to be using would be their Spectrum Color Correcting Duo in light to medium. I bought this off of QVC along with this brush, which is the F64 Soft Blend Concealer. So as you can tell, one shade is a little bit more pink, one is a bit more peach. So I'm going to apply one shade under each eye so we can see the difference. I'm sorry that all of my brushes are not freshly washed, but some of them are. So this one is not, but I only use it with this product. So I'm going to start with the more pink tone shade and then just press this right under the eye. Sometimes I do this before foundation, sometimes after, but because I'm comparing the colors, I wanted you guys to be able to see it as best as possible. So this is the more pinky one that I find to be a little more brightening. Then going in with the peachy one. It should be a little bit more correcting. So what do you guys think? Do you see a difference? Pink, peach. But I do think my under eyes do look better. And then I'm going to apply my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in one neutral, but I'm going to use a Sigma brush that I've never tried before. I got this one from TJ Maxx or Marshalls just a few months ago. The Bake Kabuki F89. You're probably supposed to use this with powder, but I haven't used a brush for foundation in a really long time. I do have my sponge over here just in case I want to blend it out more, but let's give it a try. Should I just put it right on the... I don't know if this is very smart, but that's what I'm doing. So let's see how it goes. That's part of the reason I used a hydrating primer today, is because I was going to be blending out my foundation with a brush. Wow. Oh my goodness. That applied really quickly. They're just giving me some good coverage. Feels very soft. I think Sigma brushes are amazing, and they come out with so many different styles, which is really fun. And I love buying face brushes, not a ton of eye brushes. If you guys will see, the Sigma eye brushes I'm going to be using are all like little mini sizes that came with palettes or as a free gift. I do have some Sigma brushes that I purchased years ago for eyes that are just a little bit worn out. So please let me know your favorite Sigma brushes down below, but definitely the eye brushes. That's where I'm lacking from Sigma. I usually use Morphe eye brushes because I would just rather spend money on face brushes. I just think they're a little bit more fun. So again, pretty quick blend. Then I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to blend it down the center of my face with a sponge, but under my eyes I'm going to use the Sigma Bake Precision P89 brush, which again I'm sure is supposed to be used with powder, but I just want to use all these new brushes. Again, I got this one from Marshalls. So I'll probably go over top with a sponge, but let's just see how this does at blending. I think it will help give the coverage. I just want to see how well it blends the product into my foundation. Just All right, that looks not too bad, but I'm gonna go in with my sponge. Again, I think that those brushes are probably supposed to be used with, you know, loose powder for baking, but I decided just to use them differently. But speaking of baking and setting, I'm gonna be using one of the products that Karen Harris sent me, which would be the new Soft Focus Setting Powder in the lightest shade Vanilla Bean. But I'm just going to take a little bit of this into the lid and I'm gonna blend out my concealer creases. And I don't really have any Sigma plain powder brushes, but I do have this powder sweep F06 brush. Again, I got from Marshalls. So I'm just gonna use this under my eyes. I'm sure this is used to dust away powder, not to set, but it's all right. I'm definitely curious to see if this is going to, yeah, okay. Definitely should be used to blend away excess product, not just to set. So now I'm gonna take one of those little Amazon triangle sponges on the other side to set. That looks nice. Do you guys think it darkened my concealer or no? I don't think so, right? I gotta fix this side, make them a little bit more even. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this to set my entire face because I wanna see how I would like this powder best. So I just looked at my skin close up. I think this is a really good shade for me. I do think it may have darkened my concealer a little bit, which every powder, basically but the Dermablend, does that to me. But my skin looks very smooth. It made my skin look even more flawless, gives more coverage. This looks really pretty. So now for the most exciting part, which will be blush, bronze, and highlight. And I was so lucky because Karen Harris sent me 2 of each product, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try these. I know that I already love Sigma's blushes and highlights, but I've never tried a bronzer formula from them before. So for bronzer, this is a shade light, this is a shade medium. I'm gonna be using these on each side of my face to try everything here today. And I would normally use the Sigma stippling brush, which I believe they've discontinued, unfortunately, but I want to use another new brush. I got this one from Marshalls as well. This is the F37 Spotlight Duster. So we will start with the shade light, and these are matte bronzers. And I will test these out further, of course, and with my normal brushes, but I just want to try as many new things as possible. Very pretty, very natural. So now let's go in. I'm gonna wipe my brush off a little bit on this little towel down here. Now going in with medium. So I'll just take it on the tip of the brush. So here is light, here is medium. So very similar. I think you can see medium a little bit more, but so happy to have these. These feel very smooth and they're not really sticking to the skin, which of course I did set my face, so that helps, but very pretty. So next for blush, I'm not gonna be applying with my normal go-to Sigma F15 Duo Fiber Blush Brush. I do think that's being discontinued, unfortunately. It's so amazing, it's so special, but I want to use something that I have used before and I've had for a little while, but I haven't used it a whole ton. This is the F10 powder or blush brush. I know I could have used this for powder today, but that's all right. So the 2 blushes I did not already have would be Sunset Kiss, which is a matte blush, and Tiger Lily, which is a shimmer finish. So starting with the matte blush Sunset Kiss, I know that these tend to be pretty pigmented. Oh, so pretty. I'm gonna tap in just on the tip a little bit. Get a little more. Oof, that is so my type of color. Sigma blushers are so amazing. My camera overheated right as I was at my last face product, which was so frustrating. I saw it happening, but I was trying to rush and finish in time because then we're gonna zoom in for eyes. It wouldn't be so noticeable. My apologies. But now back into the products. Sigma has a ton of different highlighter brushes, and I have a few, but the one I want to use today is the F35 tapered highlighter brush. So on this side, I'm gonna use the lightest shade Moonbeam, and then I'm gonna use, I think, the second lightest shade Savannah over here. So Moonbeam looks very white here, but it does have like a yellowy shift to it. So I'm just kind of digging in there a little bit. I want a little more than that, so going back in. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now I'm gonna wipe off my brush and then go on to the other side with Savannah. The base is like slightly dark, but the reflect is lighter, so I'm hoping that it will still look good. Ooh, this one looks really blinding. Yeah, this one looks really pretty with just that one layer. So Moonbeam and Savannah. I think that shade works for me too. So far really happy with all of the cheek products I figured I would be. So now let's zoom in for eyes. So next I want to use a brow product that my friend Lauren gave me, the Sigma Tint and Tame Brow Gel. This is in medium. I should be using a light shade. So I wanted to see if this is a color that I can make work or if I do need to pass this on. So let me spoolie through my brows a bit. I know they're looking extra intense with the white under my brow. Okay, this is a nice size applicator. Let's see, it's looking brown. And we'll do obviously just one at a time, but so you guys can see the color and let me know if it looks too dark. It's a little bit on the warm side as well. I just went in for more. I don't know why I did that. All right, let's see. And again, I'm going really lightly with the pressure. What do you think? It gives a nice amount of color, but yeah, I do think that this is going to be a little bit dark for me, but I do know a friend that this will match her hair color. So I will be passing that on, but the formula seems quite nice. So then for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using their newest because the Alice in Wonderland palette has not come out yet. This is the new mod. The colors in here are so pretty, and I am going to use a bunch of little like tiny brushes that I got as freebies. So this one is the E40 Tapered Blending, a classic brush. And I am going to go in with this palette's namesake, new mod here, and apply it lightly as my transition shade. There is a brush that comes with this palette as well as all of their palettes. It's always a dual-ended brush, but I just want to use these other ones I have. Although, let me see which ones these are. The E38 Diffuse Crease, which is a little bit smaller. And then for the lid, it is the E54 Medium Sweeper. I think they always include this one. Actually, they might always do the both of these. I would like a skinnier lid brush to like help pack it on a little bit. Now I'm taking new mod on the E40. I never do tutorials, so forgive me if I'm not doing this very well. I'm also using the palette down here as my mirror. But this is not, you know, a tutorial. This is just a demo. I love Sigma shadows, so I'm sure I'm gonna love this. Very pretty. I love a nice mauvey eyeshadow. But this one's nice because it's not too purpley. There is some rose in here. And then just trying to go back and forth to blend it out. I feel like I need to take a little bit more over here just to match the depth on the other eye. So then I always use a cream base on my lids. So I'm gonna do the same thing today just to help me accurately review these eyeshadows. So this is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Metallic Taupe. So then my mini lid brush I have is the E32 Exact Blend. So here is the difference between this one and the one that's in the palette. This one is a little firmer, so I think it might help pack on the lid shade better. And I'm going to use the shade Avant Garde because it just looks really pretty. So why not use the most fun shade in the palette? And I'm not going to wet it or anything. I never really do that with my eyeshadow, so we'll see. Ooh, pretty. So it looks like it's going to take a few applications to help build it up, which is okay. I usually dip back in a couple times for my lid shade. Oh, is that gorgeous or what? And I actually do have a Laura Mercier base that probably would have gone better with this one. It is the color Rush. It's almost an exact color dupe, but that's okay. I'll do that next time. I'm really proud of Sigma with this shade. I mean, their metallics are always very metallic, but this is a really pretty duochrome color. Ooh. Next, I'm going to take this E25 blending brush to use in my crease with the shade Voguish, I believe is what it's called. This does look like a really nice, like, plummy eggplant color. You guys, this palette is so gorgeous and so me. I love these type of tones, so I knew I had to have this. And I do think that this is different for Sigma, which is great. Taking it into the center of my crease, then I am going to go back in with that transition color we used, New Mod, and put this on the inner part of the crease just to help it blend a little better. Now I'm going to take the same brush and Edgy, which is just like a little bit darker, and I'm going to apply that as my outer corner shade. So really just stamping, not a ton of blending here. Now I do feel like you can see the difference. I don't necessarily think they had to have them both, but I can see the difference here. Now I'm going to take this little mini E45 small tapered blending brush, and I am going to take a little bit of New Mod and just go around the edges here just to bring it up a little bit. So then I'm going to take that same brush and then this color Preppy, which is like a matte cream color with a little bit of like a pinky undertone. And I want to take this closest to my brow, but around the edges to help it blend as well. And then I'm going to take the flat brush that comes with the palette and the Preppy shade and use this to sharpen the edges of my eye look, which is what I always do. I just find this to be the most flattering on my eye shape. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Avant Garde on my lid. So here's just one layer with a brush and then a second layer with my finger just to help punch up the color and the shimmer. This one though, I really do think needs some sort of base or to be applied wet in order for it to show up really nicely. Then this is one of the brushes that I've had since like 2011, 2012. This is the E30 pencil brush. I never hardly use pencil brushes, but I want to do it today. So I'm going to take the second darkest shade, Voguish. Not the darkest shade in the palette, the second darkest shade that I used today. And just going to run that on my lower lash line. And I don't use a pencil brush very often, which, sorry if I said that. I use a couple other brushes, but this does apply the product really softly. So I might start using this. So this is all for the eyeshadow. I'm going to apply some mascara and then a lip. And the eyes are all done now. I just want to finish off a look with a lip. This is not new. I've had this for a while. It is the Sigma Renew Lip Oil in Tranquil. More of a coral color, doesn't necessarily go with this eye look, but it's what I've got. Very pretty though. But I have never tried any of Sigma's other lip products except when they released that like lip balm trio. But they actually have a sale going on right now, and I was going to buy one of the lip masks, but they're all sold out. So I don't know if it's because they had a special on them recently or if they're getting rid of them or what. But I do want to try those out, but I've never tried any of their glosses or their liquid lipsticks or bullet lipsticks. I would love to know your thoughts if you guys have tried them. But basically I love everything. The only thing that I think I'm not going to be keeping would be the Sigma Brow Gel, and that is just because the color is too dark for me, but I think that the formula seems quite nice. But I am loving the cheek products. I will definitely be playing with them more this month to give you guys my thoughts coming soon. Same with the setting powder. I do think it darkened my concealer a little bit, but I don't think bad. It just, you know, kind of matches my skin tone, maybe a little bit brighter. Definitely looks really poreless and smooth, but I feel like I had to use a lot of it. So we'll see with that. Of course, I love this eyeshadow palette. I cannot wait to create more looks with it, but I think this is so beautiful. And for the brushes, amazing quality. I use them in some interesting ways, so I might use some of these brushes in different ways, but I do really enjoy the quality, and this was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I do plan on doing some other Sigma content, like a one brand review and doing a collection video of a sort. So let me know what you guys would like to see. Let me know what is on your wish list, your favorite products from Sigma, anything you've tried you didn't like, and let me know if you were excited for the Alice in Wonderland collection. I definitely am. I have gotten all of their cheek duos so far, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon because those are new shades, so I do think I want to get those, and the eyeshadow palette, of course. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.